Hello, it's Fabio with Patrick's on the Fly. Today I showed today the yellow Sally dry fly. Enjoy the video. We'll see you next week.
Okay, we're gonna tie a yellow Sally dry fly. I already put the hook in my vise. This is Daiichi 1280 dry fly hook, size 12. This is a 2x long hook. And you can also use a curved hook to tie this fly. I am going to use some yellow 140 ultra thread. I'm going to lay a base of thread about 1 eye length away along the hook shank. I'm gonna get about to the where the bend of the hook starts. I'm gonna cut the excess of the thread. I'm going to get a piece of red floss. I already had a piece here. I'm going to secure this along the hook shank. Like so. And then I'm going to layer the floss, and I want to make a red hot spot like so. I'm going to lift that floss up. I'm going to go over with the my bobbin and my yellow thread a couple of times. And now I can cut the excess of the floss off. Now I'm going to apply some wax on my thread. I'm going to get some yellowish, in this case is light Cahill, dry fly, super fine. I'm going to get a small quantity and I'm going to apply it onto my thread. Like so. I want to make a very thin noodle. And then I'm going to go over a little of that red spot that I just created, and I'm going to keep going forward. And we want to build a carrot shape body for this fly. I'm going to get some more of the dubbing. And again, I'm going to make a very thin noodle. And I'm going to keep building this body. I'm going to get some more. We want to probably dub to halfway the hook shank, because then we're going to build a wing with Alcare. I think I got what I needed. Okay, so now I'm going to get some bleached Alcare. I'm going to cut, I'm going to grab a clump of the hair, and I probably want to have up the size of pencil diameter. So I'm holding the hair by the tips, and I'm going to pull all that fluff out. Then I'm going to get my air stacker. I'm going to insert the Alcare in the stacker by the tips, like so. I'm going to pull the bottom part of the ear stacker off, and I'm going to grab the elk hair by the tips with my left hand, because we want the tips to be laying backwards. I'm going to cut some of this hair off, and we want to measure so the tips are right over that red spot. So now I've got a measurement. And I'm going to go tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. And then I'm going to go through that air like so. There. I'm going to trim some of this air, the butt ends of the elk hair. Like so. You know, take your time and do this. Be careful not to cut your thread. Okay, so now that we've done that, there's an air here. There. So now I'm going to go over my thread and get all that those tail care ends down. I'm going to get a brown hackle. Like so. I'm going to cut some of the these fibers down. Like so. Now I have a tying point. I'm going to bring my thread back. I have a tying point, and I'm going to secure that hackle by the stem. I'm going to add a tiny more, a bit more of dabbing. Like so. And I'm going to need just enough to cover, you know, the butt ends of the elk hair. And I'm going to bring my thread back in front of the eyelet of the hook. Now I'm going to grab my hackle. I'm going to palmer it. Like so, with some open spiral turns, like so. Then I'm going to go over the hackle with my thread. I am going to cut the hackle by the stem. I'm going to get my whip finisher. And then I'm going to apply some whip finishing, couple whip finishings loop. I'm going to make one more. And now I'm going to cut the thread off. Okay, so there you have it. The yellow Sally. So hope you enjoyed the video. And we'll see you next week. Let me cut some of the, there's one fiber here sticking right in front of, right under the eyelet. There you have it. So hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next week.